There's a high-profile divorce in the news right now involving former Goldman Sachs banker Tim Leissner, and it's raising a question I hear all the time. What happens if my spouse is hiding money? Now, most people think divorce is about splitting what's on paper, but the real fight is often about what's not on paper, and sometimes money tied to conduct that could be criminal. So, what does a New York court actually do in a situation like this? First, under New York law, both parties have an absolute obligation of full financial disclosure. When a spouse violates that, that's where things get serious. The lawyers can appoint forensic accountants to trace money across accounts, businesses, or even across borders. They can issue subpoenas for banking records, tax returns, corporate documents. And if a judge determines that one spouse deliberately hid assets, the innocent spouse may receive a disproportionately larger share of the marital estate. Now, here's where this becomes even more critical. If you're also dealing with a custody battle, judges evaluate credibility. So if one parent is proven to have lied, that doesn't just affect money. It can affect how that parent is viewed in the custody determination. Sometimes people get suspicious. They know something is off and they confront the other spouse too early. That's a problem because the moment you tip your hand, assets can move faster than you can track them. Accounts get emptied, records disappear. So what you should do instead, build your case quietly. Make sure you work with an experienced divorce attorney and let the legal process uncover this truth strategically, because this is not just about what exists, it's what can be proven. And if you're heading into a divorce where you suspect hidden income or assets, you need to approach this with precision, because the difference between suspicion and proof can be millions of dollars. And in some cases, it can also influence who ends up with decision-making power over your children. So if you're facing a high conflict divorce and something about the finances doesn't add up, don't ignore it. The earlier you handle it correctly, the more options you have. Like, subscribe, and follow. Thank you.